And I promise you, my friends, it'll drive you to go to your performance. Hey, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Thank you so much for watching. Today I want to talk to you about how you can make 2019 your absolute best year ever with 6 steps. Now, you and I both know there's a lot of things we have to do in a volatile, changing economy to make sure that we not just, have a great year, but we have an extraordinary year. Consider these as the foundation. If you and I were sitting together one-on-one, these are things that I would make an absolute must to make sure that we achieve what you want to achieve. So let's look at number 1. You got to set a meaningful goal. How many transactions do you want to do next year? Think about it like this. How many people do you want to help next year? We know that our income is in direct correlation to the problems that we solve. The more people we help, the more money we make. And it's not just the money, my friend. You and I both know. It's what the money means to us. It's what we can do with that. But we got to start first with what's that transaction goal? You've heard me talk about in the US, there's 1.3 million agents. Only 3% are selling 25 or more transactions. I challenge you to do a minimum of 25 transactions in 2019. So that would be my minimum intention. You want to do 100, you want to do 80, outstanding. I just don't want to hear you want to do 6, right? Not in this kind of opportunity, not in this environment. So number 1 is what's your meaningful goal? How many transactions? And then of course, what does that mean in terms of sales volume? The number of transactions times your average sales price, there's your sales volume. And lastly, what's your gross commission income? You want to get crystal clear on those 3 numbers. That's number 1. And of course, by the way, should those goals be up in visual? You know the answer is yes. Number 2, you got to know why. See, it's one thing to say, I want to sell 25 homes this year. The question is, what does that mean, right? What is the why behind that? What's the emotion behind it? We know that emotion creates motion. If I want to be more inspired, more in action, I got to be clear on what I want, and I want to know why I want it. So what I've done for decades is I'll write down, here's my goal for this year. Then I'll say, what are the benefits of achieving this goal? And it's not just about me, it's who else does this impact? Who else can I serve? Can we, donate more money? Can I help my, my family? Can I help people in my community, right? What's going to be the benefits you're going to experience when you achieve this goal? And by the way, it's okay if you say to me, I'm going to be number 1 and I want the recognition. That's a major driver for a lot of people. Some people might say, I want to pay off all this lousy debt. I don't care what it is. I care that you know what it is, that you know what the benefits are. On the flip side, what are the consequences for not following through? Who suffers when you don't achieve your goal? Not just you, right? Maybe just your self-image, your identity, but who around you suffers because you failed to follow through and do what it took to realize your goal and your potential. So I want you to list out some painful consequences. Tony Robbins made his entire career on one statement: we'll do more to avoid pain than we will to gain pleasure. What I know is this: pain will drive you. The fear and anxiety will drive you. It'll get you to align your behaviors. So I really want you to, especially if you're like, oh, that just sounds so negative, Tom, I don't want to do it. That's exactly what you have to do. Write out the painful, bloody, ugly, horrible experience that'll happen because you didn't follow through and you didn't do the work and you didn't achieve your goal. And I promise you, my friends, it'll drive you to go to your performance. So that's number 2. Number 3, this is how we create certainty, regardless of what's happening in the market. It's to know and act on our daily number. So I'm going to assume one of 2 people are watching this, either someone that's brand new to the industry or a veteran. If you're brand new to the industry, what we know is it's about 80 conversations, 80 people you're going to talk to close 1 sale. Now remember, people aren't math, people aren't numbers, people are people. Treat everybody with the same respect and dignity and empathy. And business is math. Business is math. I talk to 80 people, I should make a sale. So if I say to you, let's sell 25 homes, what does that mean? 80 times 25. Let's do the formula. 80 times 25 equals 2,000. I say we want to divide that by 10 months. I know there's 12. Divide it by 10 months, which means I've got to talk to 200 people every single month. Does that feel like a lot? Does that feel overwhelming? It's only 12 people a day, 5 days a week. 12 people a day, 5 days a week. And what we know is this: half those conversations should be to the people that we already know, the people that like us and trust us and respect us and understand the value that we bring. So we're nurturing the people inside our database, keeping them informed, involved, empowered throughout the year. And the balance of the conversations are with people that we don't know. People you met at an open house, a Zillow lead, a referral that was generated. You knocked on somebody's door, you called and expired, you met somebody at Starbucks. You know me, there's no wrong way to do it. But what we know is this. If we want to predict accurately our success in 2019, you got to know and you got to act on your daily number. If you're a veteran, that number is only 40 conversations to one sale. 40 conversations to one sale. So the same math. It's 1,000 people you have to talk to, right? That means it's 100 people a month. We do that always by 10 months because we know that the average person's not actually going to work all 52 weeks. We're honoring the fact that there's holidays and there's vacations and there's getaway and there's the occasional burnout and occasionally you're going to get sick and life's going to happen. So we factor the business based around 10 months of activity, knowing that way we'll front load the work and get the result. So you've got to make 100 contacts, conversations, every single month. It boils down to basically 6 per day. Now, I know if you're dividing this, you're like, wait a minute, Tom, it's 5, but we always actually average up to an even number. So 3 can be to our database and 3 can be to new prospects every single day, 5 days a week. Now, here's what I know. When you follow through and you talk to the right number of people, database, expireds, geographic farm, Zillow leads, you name it, right? Everybody that's out there, the people inside your database you haven't talked to in a million years that don't know your name, you with me? Everybody out there, when you talk to the right number of people, you're going to generate more appointments. The more appointments you go on, the more contracts you get signed. That's how you achieve your goal. Let's make 2019 predictable versus that roll the dice to see what happens. So that's number 3. Number 4 is pretty obvious. We've got to track and measure all the numbers. You got to move away from this sort of artistry way that so many of us have in the business. And I get it. I'm an artist too. Understand this. When I was running the company on my own prior to having these great operators in the business, it was all emotion, it was energy, it was fun. But guess what? I didn't know all the numbers. I didn't understand what was happening in the business. I couldn't figure out what the formulas were. Now that we've got some operations set over the last 7 years, now we know we talk to this many people, we produce this result, right? It's very predictable. You and I, as business owners, we don't need the extra drama and emotion of not knowing. The uncertainty that most people have in their business kills their performance. Let's remove the uncertainty. Let's track and measure on a daily basis how many conversations, how many appointments, how many signed contracts. Just those 3 numbers in the beginning. How many conversations, how many appointments, how many signed contracts. Of course, if you do it by source, database, past client, referral, Zillow, open house, etc., geographic farm, now you're really going to have an understanding of what works and where you're getting the most results in your business. Track and measure, my friends, in 2019 will be bananas. Number 5, I wrote down, you got to start now. Tom, we're talking about 2019 goals. Well, heads up, as we've said on many Tom Ferry shows, 2019 actually started in real estate and in the mortgage business and the title business in October, right? What we do today impacts our business 30, 60, 90 days out. So now is the time to start. I want you to figure out what your daily number is, and I want you to begin the discipline right now. The world doesn't care if you don't make phone calls. You need to care about it. You need to care. If you're not doing the work, you know that your income is going to suffer in 60, 90, 120 days. It's that predictable. So number 5 is you got to start. It's like, hey, I want to run a marathon in March. So what shall I do? I think I'll start training in February. That would be a really bad idea. We know if you want to run a marathon, you got to start 90 days out, stretching, getting the right shoes, starting to run, a mile, 2 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles. And then as you get closer and closer, you're running 10 miles. And then all of a sudden you got to do a couple 20-mile runs. You build up to that success. You build up the stamina to produce the kind of results that you want. So don't think you can start January 5th or 6th and just suddenly start making 12 conversations a day. You got to start now, my friends. And then the last one, number 6, they're all important, but this is one that I see a lot of people miss, is we got to celebrate more. we're working our butts off. We're building our business. We're serving these clients. We're dealing with, an unbelievable amount of stress and anxiety with, your clients and the other agents and everything that's going on. If you don't take the time to celebrate, at the minimum, it'd be nice to do it every day. Hey, I made my 12 conversations today. Yeah, baby, right? Take 5 minutes, give yourself a little pat on the back. But what if once a week or once a month, you went through all the numbers and you looked for the areas where you could be proud. You looked at the areas where you moved the needle, where you did the work, and maybe for the first time, you became more disciplined and you followed through and your perseverance was shining. And those are the things, my friends, we want to celebrate. We want to acknowledge, right? And whether that means a nice dinner with your friends and family or having a good time, going on a trip, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, business, my friends, business, right? When we're working and we're hustling and we're doing everything we have to do to serve our customers, if we don't take the time to pat ourselves on the shoulder, to high five somebody, to acknowledge the hard work, it just becomes a grind. And that's not fun. And that's not making 2019 your best year ever. So let me know what you're going to do. Share this video with a few of your friends, people that need to get a little more certainty, people that need to get their daily number in action every single day. Create some community inside your office. Start talking to people about tracking and measuring and following through. Get that community going strong inside your office, and let's together make 2019 your best year ever. See you soon. Hey, it's Coach Tom Ferry. Have you been considering hiring a coach? If so, click the link below and check out what we do.